my absolute best to keep still.
Hey guys, welcome to another video. I am back from the dead for the second time. I'm joined by F1 World. No, not really. This is just a bloke, isn't he? He's called
just a random person.
This is my mate Zen. He's joining me on this bit of a road trip up north. I'm up north anyway, but I'm going a bit further north to Yorkshire because it's now finally time to sell this car. Can you believe 3 years has gone just like that?
It's gone so fast, honestly. I'm gonna miss this car when it eventually goes.
But yeah, it's been 3 years. It's literally just gone like in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, we've done so many road trips in this car as well.
I remember we used to talk about getting this car all that time ago. So I've known Zen for like too long, more than 10 years.
Yeah, 10 plus years now.
Yeah. Easily. Before this turns into a really cringy romantic love story, what am I doing? Well, I know I've been talking about it for a while, but it is time for this car to go. I'm going to try and get rid of it in the next few weeks. If you do want to buy it, slide into my DMs or send me an email. But we're headed to Redline specialist cars and also Shaq's specialist cars because they've got some mad stock, haven't they?
If you haven't heard of Redline or Shaq specialist cars, one, you're living under a rock. Two, they have insane stock.
Yeah, so
one
if
of
you...
the best stock I've ever seen, really, in most car showrooms.
Yeah.
Insane.
Probably won't be picking up an Aventador or anything like that.
Not today. Hopefully one day.
We'll see what they've got, have a little nosy round, and I've got a pretty good idea of what I actually want to replace this car with. I mean...
We do have a car in mind.
But there's quite a few... maybe at the end.
Oh, maybe.
This is YouTube, isn't it? We've got to drag it out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there are cars, if you watch the other videos, we've been talking about a few different cars. So there's the RS3.
Yep.
Some of these I've crossed off. There was the M2, M4. But then Merc released new pictures of the new CLA 45.
Yeah. Gorgeous car.
It looks sick, doesn't it?
Amazing, yeah.
Unfortunately, with that's going to be because...
CLA 35, isn't it?
There's a 35 as well, actually, yeah.
35,
so you can get one of those.
45S.
So I considered the 35, and then I saw the pictures of the 45, and I just know that, you know, one day I'll pull up to set of lights and there'll be a 45 and I'll cry myself to sleep that day.
Yeah.
So I don't know, I couldn't do it. So I mean, the interior on those Mercs now is next level, isn't it?
Yeah, it's insane. Right,
so why am I actually selling this? I keep talking about it, I've dragged it out for a while, but there are a few key reasons. I've had the car for 3 years now. It's now recently just gone out of warranty. You can extend it. I've not.
Why would you? I mean, you've had your fun with it.
Exactly. Like, I'm one of the there's people out there that, you know, don't get me wrong, this is an amazing car. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it, but you get bored quick. And it's been, you know, when you're young, you want to be trying.
You want to drive as many cars as you can.
Exactly.
Experience all the different things about each car.
I've had servicing does get quite expensive. I've mentioned that's a whole other video, but basically the servicing gradually gets more and more expensive in this. I don't have a service pack, so that's where I went wrong. But yeah, I mean, as an all-round, especially where we live in England in the north, four-wheel drive is like it's a massive lifesaver.
It's a need.
Literally. So I mean, this is four-wheel drive, and it's that stupid Haldex system, but it gets the job done. But it does dull the driving bits. One of my big issues with this car is it's amazing, you know, from standing start, you know, the power, transmission, throttle response, all of that's really fun. The stupid pops and bangs you get from this exhaust, we'll never get bored of that.
No, no need for a radio.
But you throw it around a corner, you don't really feel too much. Like,
not as much fun, is it?
No, like I've got a 1 Series as well. Nothing crazy, it's just literally a diesel 1 Series. But that's really fun to actually throw it around a corner because you can feel a bit more. It's back to that whole like BMW M division. which you just don't get in this. It's just, you know, it's got massive amounts of grips, but you just can't really feel it. And
it's weird, isn't it? How sometimes you complain that there's not enough grip, and then when you have too much grip, you're like, it's got too much grip.
It sticks, but that was the appeal for an M car, like an M2.
Yeah.
Like, I completely despise the interior. It's awful.
The drive experience.
But the outside looks great, sounds good enough.
Yeah.
The wild card choice out of all of this, I think you might as well just tell people.
We can start off by saying this is an all-wheel drive car. Would you want another all-wheel drive car, or would you rather something rear-wheel drive now?
I think, do you know what? I'd probably like rear-wheel drive just for the change, but I know after a week I'd be like, right, I've had fun, can I have four-wheel drive again? Because I'll be driving in rain or something like that.
And you end up in a bush somewhere on the road.
And having said all of that, so you know how much I love all-wheel drive, the car that is number one for me at the minute is rear-wheel drive, so I've just contradicted everything I've said. But, it's very different to the other cars, but I think you'll agree it'll be pretty mad if it goes through. Yeah. And that's, I have mentioned it in another video. Cheers, love. It's the Jaguar F-Type. Not the crazy V8 version. That would be the dream, because that sounds absolutely... Alright, love, I know. That sounds absolutely insane. That's probably a bit too out of reach, but what I am looking at is the V6S.
Yes.
So same amount of power as this, 380 horsepower, but it'll probably actually be slower to 60 and everything like that in the real world, because it's rear-wheel drive. Yeah. They do all-wheel drive versions, but it's difficult like finding one. I'm not going to go brand new. And at the end of the day, when you're looking for a car, you can never tick every single box, but the way that thing looks, like...
We spent a long time looking for this car, do you remember?
Yeah.
We had a lot of boxes that needed to be ticked, and we settled for this because we thought, you know what, this
ticked enough of them.
It's going to be as good as it gets, so let's just go with it.
You know, it's like looking for a partner. You'll never tick every... I'll probably do... My mum watches these videos, so I probably shouldn't go into that topic. But yeah, you'll never get every box ticked, but enough of them is, you know, good enough for me. And for me, the main thing with that car, obviously, it's a lot more impractical, 2 seats, but because I've got the 1 Series and the Mini's still there, I'm insured on both of them, I can do all, like, you know, the errands and things like that, the taxing in those. Plus, it's an excuse with the Jag to not give lifts to passengers, because I hate driving with passengers. Yeah. So that's one of the reasons.
Yeah, there we go.
The interior, obviously, it's dated and everything like that. It is old, but when you're driving that, you don't care about that. It's what's, you know, the noises coming out the back of that engine, because I think if you watch some reviews, like from people that actually know about cars, and like myself, they say they regard that V6 in the Jag as one of the best sounding V6s.
100%.
You still get those immature pops and farts and burbles, which at my age, I like that. I know, obviously if you're getting on a bit, you probably might want something a bit more subtle, but we've not reached that stage, have we?
No, we're not even close.
Alright, so this is a bit of a road trip for us now. It's about an hour and a half, so we'll see you on the other side. So first stop is it's Redline, isn't it?
Yeah,
so it'll either be, I think if you watch YouTube, you'll all know Dean. Well, that was fun. I've obviously seen Redline on Instagram and YouTube, but I didn't think their stock was this mental. It's absolutely insane. What do you think?
Chaos. It's actually incredible. The stock here is mind-blowing.
So obviously I'm getting straight into that Pista, or I'm torn between the Pista or GT2 RS, from the CLA 45 upgrade. But
my head's turned towards the 918.
My head has been turned. But yeah, we're going to be off to Shack Specialist Cars now, and yeah, see what they've got. I mean, hopefully it's as mad as that. And thankfully it's not rained either, so the CLA 45 is looking fresh at the minute.
Just got it clean.
Had it clean and valeted. It does look stunning when it's dry and clean.
Your destination is on the right.
Right, so we've just been back from Shack's, and proper salesman. He's basically confused me all over again. He was desperate to sell
We're back to
us
square one.
this M4 competition pack in that, I think it was San Marino blue, but with like all the carbon bits, and do you know what? It was so nice.
It was sexy. That actually sexy.
I ended up telling him, like, he said start it up, take it out if you want. I was like, nope, don't want to, because I knew it just confused me far too much.
The cold start was really loud, like really loud.
It surprised me because
every bit was carbon.
Originally I wanted an M4, but then I kind of went off it because I thought that if I bought an M4 there'd be loads of bits and pieces that I need to do to it, but this one had everything done.
Yeah, and lots of M4s look common now.
Yeah, whereas that didn't look like a normal 4 Series.
It was a standoff piece.
So,
yeah, it was insane.
I mean, so he's messaging me right now, actually, just trying to give me a really good offer for the CLA 45, and do a deal on that.
With the hopes of you getting the M4 as well, yeah. It's a tough decision. But there's multiple factors to consider.
Yeah. Mainly, do you know what? It would have actually been amazing if it weren't for the fact that it's really expensive to insure an M4 for myself. I think I know why, but obviously I don't want to say the reason why. It's probably politically incorrect. Basically, there's too many people crashing them and nicking them, and it's sent the insurance through the roof. So to get me insured on one of those, it's mad. Like, compared to even this, like, this is actually, I won't say it's cheap, but it's like...
Well, it's acceptable.
Yeah, this is less than half the price to insure
an
M4, and I think that particular M4 would have been more expensive than the normal M4.
That M4 competition was pushing 450 brake.
Yeah, that's another thing I wasn't aware. So obviously the CS,
450 brake on a rear-wheel drive car.
That'd be fun. Probably I'd...
asking for death.
No wonder everyone's crashing, because in winter,
especially in the north where we live, where it's majority rain, you'd be dead.
All in all, we saw some really good stuff today.
Yeah.
I was really impressed with stuff Dean had at Redline.
Yeah, Redline stuff was incredible.
That's like, you've got next, there's supercars, but then they had hypercars.
They had hypercars.
That 918, they had a Pista in there.
600 LT.
Yep,
GT2 RS.
GT2 RS.
Multiple 812s, F12s.
It made all those cars just seem normal, because those GT2 RSs, the cars that you don't see often on the road
Shack
or
had
anywhere.
Some very, very nice classic Ferraris though.
Yeah, I was surprised at that.
He had some very, very
good
nice
taste of some, I mean, overall, both places, I mean, they had some unbelievably crazy stock.
One of the best showrooms I've ever been to. They're up there.
Yeah. So, and these are in the north, guys, not down south. So.
Yeah. In fact, most of their customers are from the south, so if you ever say the north don't have cars, take that.
Anyway, it's time for me and Zen to sign out. I'm
Peace
going to
out.
try. Alright guys, thanks for watching. See you next time around. Ciao.